Welcome to the mustard.co.uk guide on how to pass your MOT. In the UK, every vehicle older than 3 years must have a valid MOT certificate to prove it's roadworthy. Currently, the maximum fee for this is £54.85. However, it is a very competitive market, so with a bit of shopping around, you may well be able to find it cheaper. So first things first, how do you check when your MOT is due? It's really easy. Just visit gov.uk/check MOT status, enter your reg number, and you'll find out when your MOT is due along with when your vehicle tax is also due. In the UK, it is illegal to drive without a valid MOT certificate, so it's always best to plan ahead and get your MOT test booked in before your previous one runs out. There are 3 types of garages that can carry out an MOT. You have your fast fit services like Quick Fit, who carry out express services. If you book in advance, you can normally wait while your MOT is carried out, and the labour charges here can be cheaper than main dealers. Secondly, you've got your independent garages, whose labour costs can be cheaper, however the standards may vary, so it's always best to check those guys out first. The last garage that can carry out an MOT are the main dealers. These are normally associated with one or more manufacturer, and although the MOT cost itself is capped, they can be more expensive when it comes to repair and labour.
The primary drive, which is the term we use for the drive between the engine itself and the gearbox, which is integral on the back here, and this is the primary drive chain, clutch here, and this is the alternator for powering the electrics. And this side is where you'd normally have the contact breaker or the electronic ignition unit in there. We've got the clutch operating arm here, the gear lever goes onto this one, and this is the kickstarter. That's obviously the gear pedal return spring, the one that moves your gear pedal up and down, returns it when you change gear. The little thing that it rests on.
And quite often what you find is that the spring isn't put on properly.
Oh right.
It's not been crossed over.
Oh yes.
They just put them on like that.
Oh okay.
It doesn't quite work as well. You've got to cross them over so they work against each other.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I didn't know that.
And
this one I'm very familiar with, because quite often trying to fit that, the thing jumps off and it takes a lump out of your finger. They're quite a horrible thing to deal with those.
A little tool to do that.
All right. There's a washer on here that presses onto the shaft. It's got flaps on the side of it to keep it in place, and the spring hooks over it, but when you come off you've got the full tension of the spring behind it and it can get a bit vicious. Oh, that's a nice tool.
A little tool here that slides over, and then you can twist the washer and tap it on,
I'll make one of those when I go home.
Then you can release it then.
Fantastic.
Saves your fingers.
All these scars, I needn't have them. That's amazing. There's our stripped one.
Yeah, there's no threads left in that one at all.
Push fit.
Yeah. So you do get a fair bit of play, and people put shims in.
Oh
where
right,
they shouldn't be shims.
Oh yeah. Looks like we've got a cast iron pump on there.
It is, yes.
That's one of the later type oil pumps from BSA, I think, isn't it? They always reckon to be the better quality one.
Yeah, I mean, although it does look like the body has been replaced in the past.
Yeah.
Probably someone's bought the body and then put all their parts in there, internals in there, yeah.
The registered keeper should give you the V5 registration document. When you get this, check the vehicle identification number, also known as the VIN, the engine number and the colour all match what it says on the document. If the car is over 3 years old, you'll need to ask for its most recent MOT certificate. It's worth double checking when the certificate expires, which you can do at gov.uk/check MOT status. You can check the previous MOTs of the car at gov.uk/check MOT history. Tyres in the UK have to have a minimum tread of 1.6mm to be legally roadworthy. You can simply check this by inserting a 20p piece into the groove of a tyre. If you can still see the border of the 20p piece, the car tyre is not legally roadworthy. You can check the suspension of the car by pressing down on each front wing. If the car appears bouncy and spongy, then there could be an issue with the shock absorbers.